Yo, what up, y'all? What up, y'all? We back with another episode in the lot, season 2. Hey, before we get started, man, I need y'all to like, share, sub, follow the pod, man. Tell everybody to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a motherfucking friend to pull up, because we in a lot. Today, we got a special guest, Arthur. I've been excited for this interview for a couple weeks now, since they put it on. But I'm going to let her introduce herself right now and tell y'all a little bit about herself. Go ahead.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be in the lot today. I am Charity Dunn, the author of my new book, A Gift of a Curse. I wrote A Gift of a Curse and released it on February 29th of 2024. Okay. This is a true story. It's about overcoming everything that was meant to destroy me. Mm-hmm.
So talk to me a little bit about the book, Charity. Like, what prompted you to write the book?
Pain.
Pain? Okay.
Yeah, I went through a lot, so I felt like I had never seen nobody go through all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And it was been happening since birth. So ever since I was little, I always be like, I want to write a book. Mm-hmm. I want to write a book. And then finally, when I left my abusive marriage, I was married for 9 years. Yeah. I left an abusive marriage. I had met a life coach, and she showed me that it was possible because she had wrote a book, and she was a life coach. So I'm like, well, I want to do that. That's what I really want to do. Because at first I'm like, don't nobody write books in the hood, So I didn't think it was possible, but the pain inspired me. My healing journey. I actually healed while writing this. This was all part of my healing process.
Oh, so you kind of put everything on the paper, and then made it into
your story. To really realize what I had been through, because the first time I wrote this, I cried the whole first time because I couldn't believe I had been through all that stuff. So it was like crazy to me to even think back. And this is not even everything. This is just what I felt like could flow together. Right. Because some stuff, I would have been all over the place trying to put everything. Mm-hmm. But I put like the main ideas almost. This is just a part of what happened in my life. This is not even everything.
Okay. So just to backtrack a little bit, right? Tell us a little bit about where you from. Are you from Chicago originally?
I am. Okay. I grew up on Kisney. Well, my mama raised me on Kisney in Illinois, but I hung on California. Okay. Illinois, Francisco, Lexington.
Okay. So what was it like growing up in the city of Chicago? That's the West Side. So growing up on the West Side, what was that like?
When I was little, I couldn't come outside. Okay. So when I was little, my mom used to take me to church, school, home. So I couldn't really come outside. I went to school. I went to church on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. Saturday was choir rehearsal. But when I got to like high school, I started running away. This boy had told me, man, he rest in peace, look how I'll never forget. He was like, if you start running away, your mom and them gonna stop being so mean to you. They ain't gonna want you to run away. So just started running away. So then I ended up running away. And when I grew up on the out west, when I hit the trenches, once I got kicked out of school, because I was going to a private school for high school at Providence, St. Mary, I got kicked out for being popular. They said I was too popular or whatever.
How does one get kicked out for being too popular?
I don't know. That was right? Because everybody in the school knew me. It's like all my life, my name ring bells. I don't know why. I never understood that. I never understood that, but I got kicked out of Providence St. Mary. Then I went to Holy Trinity. I got kicked out of there. I went to 2 schools my freshman year. So then I went to Millie for summer school, and I had to walk through the trenches to get there. So that was different. It was like 100 people on every corner. It was like walking through another world. They was different down there. Like I had hung in other places, but down there, it was like a world of its own. I call it Hollywood because that needs to go on TV, like that type of action that they used to have through there, because it was like 100 people in every corner, and then it got to the point where I had to fight every day. So I fought this girl on this corner, and I make it down the other corner, and the boys might jump on me down here. I might make it down here, then they might jump on me down here, then I might make it down here. The boy I'm messing with, he might do something to me. So everywhere I went, I had to fight every day.
So what is that like? What kind of like what is that feeling like, right? Like having to go out every day and like defend yourself damn near, right? Yeah. Every day you wake up, you're like, damn, I gotta go through this again. Like, what's that feeling like?
I remember feeling alone, basically, like, damn, I don't got no help. You feel me? But I didn't want to be known as scary. Like, I felt like they were trying to run me from down there, and I wasn't going nowhere. So every day I came out to like kind of prove myself that y'all don't scare me. And I went through so much trying to do that because they had cousins, aunties. It was be 100 of them. It was be big families. Then it was a lot of boys. So it was like, it was crazy. It was actually heartbreaking for me to go through that at such a young age too, because I felt like, what was my help? You know, I felt like I needed help, or like I needed a family or something, because my mama gave me away. She white because of racism. Her father was racist. And she ended up having a baby by a black man. So when she had the baby by him, they, you know what I'm saying, they wouldn't allow her to come home with me. So I was given to my father's side of the family. And over there, with my auntie and them, they was older. So at first it was a lot of us in the house, and then my grandma and dad was on their free will. So I kind of felt alone. I felt like I had no help. I felt different. Because I'm like, damn, nobody else don't get treated like this, why they play on me. But it turned me into a monster after a while, because it was only so much of it I could take before I start trying to get my league back, or trying to turn up with them, let them know they couldn't do me like that, you know?
So yeah, so what is that feeling like, you know, like growing up like that, right? Because I know that got to be kind of hard,
right? It was
right?
like abandonment issues. I felt rejected all the time. It kind of gave me low self-esteem when I was little, because I felt like nobody loved me. It was hard. It felt real hard. It felt hard. It was heartbreaking to go through all that and to feel like I knew on the inside that I was somebody, but everybody was treating me like I wasn't. So it was kind of confusing.
Yeah. So did it like make you feel like, you know, why this happening to me?
Yeah,
like why am I going through these things?
Yeah, why me? I felt like that since birth. Like, why me? Why I gotta go through all this? Why I gotta be so different? Why is my mama old? Where's my real mama at? Why I don't stay with her? Where my daddy at? Why he ain't around? Like, it was always a why. I was always real confused about everything, because it was like, where was these people at when I needed them? You know, so I really remember feeling abandoned, really.
So what prompted the change, right? You like going through those things, right? It's always a turning point, right? It's always those lows, but in life, you know, it's always the lows, but then when you have them lows, they're gonna come to a high. What was the turning point that, you know, turned that around for you?
I went through this stuff from 15 years old to about 26.
Man.
I think I was in the streets a good 10 years. My second baby, his daddy used to be kind of mean to me. He used to be telling me stuff like, you out here like this, and you out here like that, and you doing this, and you doing that, and you think I'm finna claim a baby out you, and you out here on the corner, because I was selling drugs. It was a point in time I used to be riding around. I used to be stealing cars. I was robbing people. I was going to jail. I've been to jail like so many times.
Yeah. What was, if you don't mind me, what's some of the things that you did to get time? If you don't mind talking about it, because I know everybody.
Driving always got me in trouble, because I always thought I was a driver, and I ain't never had no license. So I stayed on high speeds and stuff like that. My last case was a DUI. I had 3 felony drug cases though, because I was selling drugs. So the first time I found something and tried to sell it. The second time I was really selling drugs, and somebody called the police on me, because when I got in the car, my whole description was across the screen. And then like the third time it was like, let's see. Oh, they threw something at me. They put something on, the police put something on me because the boy threw something at me, and I hurried up and got rid of it, and they couldn't find it, so they was mad. So they put something on me because I wouldn't tell them where it's at. They like, we knew you wouldn't do it, but we just watched everything, but we sent you do something with it, so where it's at? And I'm like, I don't know what y'all talking about. So they ended up putting something on me and gave him a delivery and gave me a possession, even though they knew it wasn't me.
Police petty. They very
I hate swell for real,
Chicago
especially CPD.
Police. Yeah, they petty. Yeah, I definitely remember that.
I hate them real bad.
Yeah, super petty. But fuck CPD.
Yeah, I hate CPD. Not for real, fuck swell. I hate them so real bad.
Yeah, so going through those things, right? Doing prison time, right? Did that during that time, did it help you change things around, like make you reflect anything like that?
When I was younger, I had changed for a little while, and I got right back out into it, because life still was hard. I still didn't really understand. That last time was the last time. That's when I had my second baby. I didn't want to leave him like I used to have to leave my first one all the time, because my mama, I didn't feel like she raised. She got him out the neighborhood, but the home environment was just not the place that I wanted my boys to grow up in. So I had promised myself I wasn't gonna leave my kids no more. Now I had to leave my second son, and that hurt me more than anything. Like, I was suicidal. I tried to kill myself the week before. I had to turn myself in because I would rather die than to go to jail. I thought jail is like the worst place to be. Sitting in a room, you really have to face yourself and just sit in one place. And I hated it. I hated everything about it. I hated the food. I hated the clothes. I hated the people. Like, I never been around girls, so for me to have to come sit around all these girls was crazy. Yeah. But that second DLC bit, that longest one I did for a year, that changed me. I went in there. I was ready to change before I went in there because I was smoking and drinking every day. I felt so lost out here. I felt like I had no direction. I just was surviving. I wasn't really living. So I decided to go in there to get my life together because I knew I wanted to change. So I knew that I didn't want to be like that no more. So that's when I really just made a decision, like, okay, when I get out, I'm gonna do better. You know, I don't want to be like this.
So you said a key word, right? You said survival, right? Like, living to survive. Like, I feel like that's a common thing in Chicago, right? Like, a lot of people in Chicago, like, they look at Chicago as this bad place, but a lot of the people that's out there is really just trying to survive. Yeah. 'Cause it's rough here. It's like, it may look sweet, but it's rough here. Like, it's a rough city.
It was even, I mean, back then they tortured you, now they killing you. So it was like, it's always been bad. It's just a matter, it's getting worse.
Yeah, it is.
Put it like that, because back then people would get their man. Like, now y'all just pulling up with switches, killing anybody outside. That's goofy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's too goofy. But back then you would get your man, you know who you looking for. So if you catch who you looking for, you gonna hop out, you gonna get your person. You feel you ain't finna shoot everybody around just cause you got a switch. That's too goofy. Like, the switches weren't coming like that. You know what I'm saying? They weren't doing that. So it was a more, they gonna catch their man, they gonna limp on their man, they gonna do their homework on their man, they gonna get their man. Boys and catching their man outside with all these people and then just shooting everybody outside, killing the kids. Yeah, and then that's how the 10 y'all kill everybody else but the person you came right here for. So it was a lot different with that, but they was torturing people. Like, I seen people get a lot of dirty shit did to them, like get jumped on, stomped out, beat with bottles, beat with bats, beat with bricks, beat with whatever that was around, you know.
Yeah, that being in Chicago is.
Yeah, it's definitely a survival game. Yeah, especially in the trenches. You know, in the poor areas where people don't know how they finna eat. You gotta do what you gotta do to put a meal on the table. Right. And when you know the bills due, like, you gotta go out here and steal, you gotta go out here and steal drugs, you gotta go out here and rob somebody, you gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? Because when you already got felonies, it's hard to get a job. You know, they set you up so for failure once you put that X on your name, like, so now you can't get no good job. Now, in a job you can't get, ain't gonna pay the bills, so it's like, what's the sense of that? So it'll force you to go into the fast lane so that you could eat. And then, you know, even though it's only 2 ways out the game, you know, and the object of it is to make it out. And a lot of people, they lose the object of the game, you know. They don't make that the goals no more, to make it out. A lot of people get stuck in this, you know, they all trying to outshine each other when everybody losing. You feel me? If you don't make it out, if you make it out, you won. That's the real winner. But if everybody's still in here doing the same thing, we all lost. Who really winning at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying?
We ain't doing shit but dying and going to jail.
Y'all outshining each other because, you know, don't get me started.
We need more unity though. I think that's like that. Yeah. I talk to people about this a lot. Like we, Chicago really had that crabs in the barrel mentality. And it's like, it's not really based off of, like, it's fucked up out here, but people, like you say, people trying to survive. So it's like, shit, like, do I not do this? And I want to be happy for you, but a lot of people be like, damn, you just doing so much better than me. And it's fucked up.
Yeah, because it's so much hate up here. Yeah. People be scared. Like, I feel like a lot of people killing people because they hate. Like, a lot of people don't even want what the next person got. They just don't want them to have it. You know what I'm saying? That's the sad part about it all. And a lot of people not gonna put in the work to get what you got, and they rather take it from you than to go really work for it. You know what I'm saying? Chicago just they kind of losing hope. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a hope for a future. Everybody trying to do the same thing. Everybody want to be like each other instead of tapping in and see what make you great. You might be a photographer. You might not be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? You might be a construction worker. You might not be a dancer. You got to figure out who you is. Right. And stop trying to outshine and do what the next person do. But now everybody's trying to uphold an image and be something that they not. Like everybody want to look like money, but they don't really get it, and that's what they, you know what I'm saying, that's what they losing at, you know what I'm saying. It don't matter that you got on Gucci if you can't really go in the store and buy the Gucci bags, you know what I'm saying. And your rent due, and you got a little apartment, and your kids running from bullets, you know what I'm saying. All that don't matter. See, the people priorities is fucked up, you know what I'm saying. So it's like people need to stop trying to outshine the next person and outshine yourself, and really put yourself in a position to make a legacy for your family and leave generational wealth for your family, because the kids is the ones who suffering behind this. You know, it ain't no good grandmas out here that's cooking Sunday dinners no more, making the kids go to church.
That's a lost
you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Praying over the kids, because the grandmas is now my age and they ain't ready to sit down now, you know.
They want to be outside.
Exactly. Yeah. So you know, it's just time for a change. It's time. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. You know, I want to have a reading juke party where we gonna come in and we gonna, the first 45 minutes we gonna read. We gonna speak positive affirmations. We gonna open it up with prayer. Then we gonna get the drinks, and then we could dance, and then we gonna turn up. Because it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. And I feel like we're not taught that we don't. It's not coming for us to see that. You only grow as far as what you can see. If nobody around you is showing you this is possible, you're not gonna want it because you don't see it. You know what I'm saying? If all you seeing is to the ceiling and it's a whole world outside of this room, then you only gonna be stuck in this little box right here. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta dare to be different, because you're not gonna get the applause that you're looking for trying to be different. You gotta stand out, and you gotta worry about everybody looking and laughing, but whole time you really being yourself. That's what make you super cool, because it's lame to be like somebody else.
That's why, and to me, I feel like you winning if you're doing what you do. If you in your own lane, you win.
You can't.
If you following behind somebody else, I'm like, well, you just trying to be like dude, or you trying to be like her. Like, if you in your own lane, you doing your own shit. Like, nah, bro, you winning because you doing what you want to do. You doing you.
Exactly.
Because you happy. That let me know you happy with self, because you chasing something or doing
that
something that
you love yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly. When you learn to be true to yourself and who you really are, and you're not trying to be like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much of that going on right now. And that's why I dared to be different and decided to do something that I always wanted to do. And I made the impossible possible by writing this. You know what I'm saying? I broke a generational curse, because we all got a story, but everybody don't have the courage to tell it. And then to write it, you know, I hear people say that anybody could write a book, but no, they can't. This was my lane. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't sit here and put their feelings, their stories in a book and make the book really sell and inspire people, and not only just inspire them and give them a good read, but make them feel empowered and give them hope to want to become the best version of themselves. So it's different.
How long did it take you to write the book?
It took me 2 years.
2 years?
Yep. I wrote it the first time. I cried the whole first time. It was very emotional for me. So I sat there like, damn, I really went through all this. You know, no wonder. And it helped me really self-reflect on why I was the way I was, you know, because had I took out the time to really realize what I went through and to heal through it, I probably would still be the same way, but because I wanted to grow, because that's where it started at first. You got to admit you got a problem. You got to admit that you know what I'm saying, you have to know that you need help, first of all, you know. So for me, it was like writing helped me heal and process it all, get it all out my heart. You know, the tears rolled down, so I was getting set free from it as I was writing. The second time it made sense. The first time I gave it to people, they was like, no, go back, rewrite that, because that ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So when I was telling them like, you know, I'm ready or whatever, they was like, no, that ain't right. You need to go back and write that over. So when I rewrote it, it made sense. Actually, before I rewrote it, I went and read somebody else's book. I went and read some other people's books to see how they stories lined up. So I'm like, okay, I got it now. And I sat down, they like, yes, you know.
That's good.
Yeah, and then it took me a year to publish it, because I had gave my money to this publishing company, like almost $3,500, and they ran off.
Damn.
Yeah, they got out of there, and I kind of lost hope after that. I'm like, damn, man, it must ain't meant for me to put this story out here. But then I kept doing my homework on how to write the book, and it was like God had been speaking to me about going live with prayer, and I finally decided to go live with the prayer. And when I decided to go live with the prayer, it was like the doors just opened up for me immediately. it was like the doors just opened up for me immediately. It was like the things that cost me a lot cost me a little when I was able to put this together myself and self-publish this in 2 months.
Oh, that's hard. That was really gonna be my next question.
It wasn't even like 2, to be honest. It was really 1, because I think I started off like January 20 in the publication process, the editing, the formatting, the just the whole publication process, the ISBN numbers, everything that it takes to drop a book. I did it like January 20th. I released it February 29th.
That's dope. So talk to the people, talk to me, or tell the people, right?
Yeah.
Say if somebody's trying to be a young, aspiring author, right? They're trying to come up and coming. What's something that some advice that you would give them, or like explaining like how they could release the book?
Actually, you could come see me. I can help you self-publish your own book. I got my own self-publishing company that is called Untold Publishing. So if you're interested in becoming an author, then you can find me on social media. So amazing_charity, or I am charity done, or charity done on Facebook, or I am charity done on TikTok. You could send me a direct message like, hey, I'm ready. I got a price list for you, that a payment plan that you can get on, and I'll be a writing coach, and I'm gonna help you all the way through the process. You'll get 100% of your own royalties. I'm just gonna charge my portion up front, and you'll be able to drop the book.
That's dope. That's dope. Y'all heard that, so make sure y'all tap in.
Yeah,
tap in. That's dope. And was that because your experience? What happened with the with the publishing company, the first publishing company? Is that what made you decide to go ahead
start
and
my own?
that?
Yeah. By me teaching myself how to do it, I learned how to own my own publishing company too. So I'm like, why not?
Yeah,
I haven't even really announced it yet, but I can do it.
So is that a lot exclusive?
This is definitely exclusive.
A lot exclusive. Y'all heard it here first.
Yeah, I've been telling people though, because a lot of people been asking me. So yeah, I've been letting them know you can publish through Untold Publishing. I do have my own personal self-publishing company that I have an LLC for, the Charity Done LLC, that you can publish your new books if you're interested in dropping your own.
That's dope. So you said it took you 2 years to write the book.
Yeah.
Give me your favorite part of the book. So I know we talked about we're gonna have her read 2 parts of the book, but I want to hear your favorite part first, and I want you to tell me a little bit about why that's your favorite part.
Be free.
Be free.
That's chapter 10.
Okay.
Because whom the sun sets free is free indeed. I met somebody that changed my life. Okay. And I haven't been the same since, even though me and this person is no longer in contact with each other the way that I would want us to be. They came in for a reason and a season, and things happened for me. So chapter 10, I walked away from an abusive marriage. I lost and found myself, and the healing begun. And I broke down my healing journey into like where I'm at right now. Okay. So
yeah.
That'll be my favorite.
You say so. Be free. Change your life. Okay, so
be free.
Can you elaborate a little bit about like how it changed you? I know you said
it changed my mindset, the way I see myself, because I didn't believe in myself. I was allowing people to mistreat me because I felt like I deserved it. This person seen something in me that I didn't see in myself, and it made me start realizing that what they seen was true. And like I always kind of felt that about myself, but because my mom and daddy didn't love me, I didn't feel worthy, because the way that my ex-husband treated me, looking in the mirror with black eyes all the time will make you not love yourself. You will have low confidence. It'll bring you down to a level where you don't even want to live. So when I left the marriage, I was in a suicidal mindset. I didn't want to live. Like I didn't care if I lived or died. I just know I wanted to be out. So it didn't matter it didn't matter what happened after that, So with that being said, I was able to meet somebody, and they was like, why do you act like that? What's wrong with you? You better than that. You're not like them. You different. You got something special in it. I started to look within and start self-reflecting. I started getting the therapy because he thought I was crazy as hell. He's like, did you take your medicine today? I got you okay? He like, you took your, I'm like, you is my medicine. And you think that's cute? You really saying that? It was just like how I glorified being a gangster, how I glorified that lifestyle. Like, oh yeah, I got 5 stars for the T's, and I yeah, you know, I just got out of jail. He's like, what? Like, you a pretty girl, don't act like that. You know what I'm saying? So once I got a whiff of that, it was like I started to see myself like, okay, it's time to grow. You know what I'm saying? You made it out all the pain. You made it through all the things that you went through. Now you get a chance to be who you want to be, not who people telling you that you are, not who you was in the past, not who they trying to convince you that you are. You know what I'm saying? Not what the naysayers are saying, but who are you really? So I really started going within and self-reflecting and realizing like the power that was really on the inside of me, the gifts that was really on the inside of me, and I started tapping into that.
Okay. That's hard. I like that, and it's
Thank
powerful.
you.
That's real powerful.
Yeah, thank you.
To go through those, like to go through that, and
Yeah.
still, like you said, come out on top.
For sure.
That's very powerful, because I couldn't even imagine like if my sister or somebody close to me was going through some shit like that. Like,
Man.
I couldn't imagine it. So
You know, I had some brothers, they was in the suburbs, from the suburbs though, and they was ready to come over there. I'm like, I couldn't let my brothers get hurt because of me, or end up in jail, or worse, dead because of me. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't allow them to come and try to get down on him when they came, because they came like, well, yeah, we finna come down there. I'm like, nope. They just gonna eat y'all up and say, they like, we gangsters. I'm like, yeah, I understand that, but these are monsters. Y'all gangsters, these monsters. And the way the blocks are set up, you probably wouldn't have made it back from down there. So it's like I would never put my people in harm's way. I just put the revenge in God's hands, because revenge is mine, says the Lord. And I knew that every dog got his day. You know, ain't no way y'all just gonna do this to me and get away with it. So yeah.
It's just a testament to how strong of a person you is, though.
For sure.
And I just met you too, so that's
Thank
dope.
you.
That's
Appreciate
very
it.
powerful.
Yeah.
So, give me the 2 sections, right? I know we said we're gonna read 2 sections of the book and you're gonna explain and elaborate on them, right? So give me the 2 that you picked out, and then we're gonna talk about it.
All right, I'm gonna give y'all the drama. Y'all, the people want the sauce.
Okay.
You know, so I'm gonna give the people what they want.
Give the people the sauce, yeah.
Because like I told you, my favorite is to talk about the healing journey, to talk about mindset, to talk about what you speaking out your mouth, to talk about you having hope and seeing yourself becoming the best version of yourself, and what the best version of yourself looks like. So, you know, that right there that's my favorite part, because that's the best me that's in this book. I don't want to, you know, that might be the other people's favorite part, watching me go through all that, because maybe they were some of the ones that did it, or maybe they think it's funny, or maybe even some can relate to it, and it'll make them not feel alone, like, damn, she went through that, I'm going through that too, I don't tell nobody that, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of help people like not feel alone. Maybe even do some self-reflection, like, damn, I felt like this too, maybe this is why I felt like that. So, you know, and then misery loves company, I believe. So everybody like drama. Everybody like drama. So I'm gonna give y'all what y'all want today. If that's what y'all want, I'm gonna give it to you. Demon Time, chapter 7. This book is so unique because I put scriptures with every chapter. So everybody that reads this book will be blessed. I sow seeds in your heart with the word of God that you don't even know are being sold into you. Just because it's going through your eyes, it's going to go to your heart. So this book will be a blessing to everybody that read it, because I put the power of the word in here. So I believe in that. Okay, so chapter 7 is about demon time. Then Jesus said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And I got pictures.
Okay, that's you?
Yeah, that's me.
Is this, what is that? What is that, a picture?
That's a mug shot. Yeah. I had went on the high speed with police that day. I had kind of did them dirty, and yeah, I ended up getting caught, and they whooped me and I went to jail.
Yeah. So that was your demon time.
Yeah, that was demon time. So I went from charity to church. The streets changed my name once I became a valid member. I became a monster. I was no longer who I was born to be. I was somebody else. I proudly wore the name church because it finally felt like the streets had accepted me. I finally felt accepted somewhere, even if it really wasn't true. I was no longer everything I'm saying it happened. That's like a mini disclaimer before I go there with y'all, okay? So I'm here to say that everything that happened, it happened. I can't make this up. Some things were so gruesome that I don't even have the words to say, and it's impossible to include everything that I witnessed. But here you go. This is where the story begins. Let's get back to it. A few days passed as I was riding the wheels off my sister's car while they was going out of town. A few of the family members came out to chase me. I laid them on the biggest high-speed chases they ever been on in their life, because one thing about me, I knew how to drive. Thank God nobody got hurt, because I was going up one-way streets to everything to escape them. I led the police on high-speed chases and I got away. I was fearless. I got a call that my cousin got shot, and so I rode out west on his block to check on the scene, and it was my mama's car. She had hid it from me and parked it, and it was a bullet hole in her windshield. I got my friend to drive her car, and I hopped in my sister's truck and we pulled off because I still had the keys to my mama's car. Now I had both of their cars while they was out of town. I know my sister couldn't think about nothing but killing me because she was already a little evil. I didn't care though. I was full of pain and I was trying to escape the life I was living. I know we looked super cool to the people in the neighborhood because now I had options. I had 2 cars now. One of these days we went into the stores and stole matching dresses, and we were so cute. We had been half ecstasy all night, and it was now morning. Nobody had cars at that time at our age, so we would hustle off that. We would take people different places for money, and we took some of the guys to McDonald's that morning, and we saw some of the crazy girls from the other side. The crazy girls hated our girls from our far end, and we was always fighting. One of them was super tough and crazy, and many people feared her because they knew she had a family to fight with. But I guess we were both going through something that day, because me and her got into an argument in the restaurant and we started fighting outside.
So, talk to us a little bit about this fight at McDonald's.
She stripped me out my clothes. I was naked in the middle of Roosevelt and Kinsey.
Okay. So
I never forget. She was like, let's get it. She said, it's best I pay me if I snatch that dress up off you or something. I was like, we could get it cracking early. She was like, what? She came outside, man. Me and her got cool later on in life because she was a gangster. We respect each other gangster. That was my dog, LL. But she came outside and we got to fight. And I had on like this one-piece dress with buttons. So all you had to do was snatch it out.
Right.
So here I am, asshole naked in the middle of Roosevelt and Kids. Fighting 2 girls. And one of them, they took their belts off. They was chasing me with their belts. The boys had to make my friend help me. She finally jumped in and helped me, and she fought the other girl. But I was asshole naked in the middle of Roosevelt and Kids fighting them girls, man. That was some crazy shit.
That sounds like a crazy experience.
That was crazy. So I ain't gonna lie, I had to be like 18 years old.
I was about to ask you how old you was.
It was about 10 years ago. Yeah. I had to be like 18 years old. Yeah, she had a big family. It was a lot of them. They chased me all that day. I was running from all types of different cars. Every time I look up, somebody was pulling on the side of me trying to bust the windows or something. I was yanking out.
You like, wait, what's going on?
I did not play like that. That's why I always stayed in cars, because I needed to protect my body. And I knew that if you run up on this car, I was going to give you what you was looking for.
So you run motherfucker over if they
for sure. Drag you straight them outside. Drop you right out at the county if that's where you want to go.
You want to play, I got something
for sure. And I thank God every day that he kept me doing that, because one of the girls from my neighborhood, she in jail right now for that, you know, and that's crazy, because all I think about is it could have been me, you know what I'm saying, especially with the mentality that I had. That's how I know that God is real, and I know that only him could have really kept me through all the things that I went through, because I felt like a lot of that stuff was meant to destroy me, you know. I went through a lot of embarrassing shit, so for me to walk around my head up high, and you know, that's a blessing. To still be beautiful and not look like what I've been through, you know, that's really a blessing.
Does that, well, I was going to say, you feel like that made you stronger as a person?
I feel like everything that you go through, that whatever don't kill you, gonna make you stronger, because it gives you hope when you're going through something else. Like, okay, if I got through this, I can get through this. You know, I've been through way worse, so I can get through this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it definitely made me stronger. I always just be like, I don't want to be this strong. You know, I didn't ask for this. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely made me tough compared to somebody else. Things that would have broke somebody else. they made me better. So
Yeah.
I always say that money don't make me, the hard times did. You know what I'm saying? Because it built a lot of character in me. It built a lot of perseverance. It taught me a lot of stuff about life. You know what I'm saying? That I wouldn't have knew about had I not went through what I went through.
Yeah, I feel you on that. That's dope.
Thank you,
So,
Jada.
what's give me the second section that you was gonna read for the people and tell them.
Okay, so I gave y'all an embarrassing thing that happened to me, because it's a lot of stuff in here. Now I'm finna give it to you about some stuff I did. What's what I didn't do was try to incriminate myself in this book and try to, because people already talk bad about me, so I wasn't gonna give y'all too much. Y'all say enough. I'm gonna let y'all do the talking on there. I'm gonna speak on what happened to me, how it made me feel, and some of the things I did.
Okay.
But when I draw my next book, I might go and give it to you just like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I did some things too once people started doing me dirty. I got real ratchet out here at one point in time in my life, like really crazy. I didn't care. So that's the bad headspace. But here we go. Let's go to the second. Let me tell you what's the name of this chapter so you know what a fan is saying. I believe this is chapter 9, To Death Do Us Apart. He who finds a wife has a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. Proverbs 18 and 22. Mother's Day 2016 was at my house for the family. I passed out bags filled with money to all the mothers. We had a good turnout and everything was going well until he got mad and left and took my car. I went out with my friend and we ran into him outside. I was playing with him and trying to be funny and he pushed me so hard that I flew over the curb. I could barely get up. I limped to my friend's car and he tried to jump through the window. I pulled off. He would not let the car go. So I went so fast and he tried to jump through the window. He couldn't jump through the window, so he just hang on to the side of the window. And I turned the music up loud and I dragged his ass 6 blocks before he decided to drop off the car. I was so scared, I thought he was dead the way he laid out in the middle of the streets when he finally did fall off the car. They called me and said he didn't make it. I was hysterical because what the fuck did I just do? I'm like, oh my God. Later I learned that was a lie. He was okay. I was relieved because I was scared. I really snapped. I also found out later that my ACL was completely torn and I had to get surgery on my right knee because I had no stability in my right knee. My hair business had started declining because my mind was not right. I had dreamed of opening up a hair salon and having my own business, but Ice discouraged me heavily because like there was no money in the hair game and renting a space would not make any money. He would tell me I need to find a job and stop selling hair. He would speak a lot of fear and doubts into my plans, and eventually he made me stop believing in myself or anything else for that matter. In 2016, Ice made over $300,000 in the streets. He started to really mistreat me that summer. He took his money and left me every weekend. He was cheating with a girl from his past and treating me like I was nothing. That's how I knew he was cheating, because they never act the same. He eventually admitted to cheating on me with this girl at the same hotel he had beat me bloody in on our anniversary. Nothing I did was good enough. He talked about me like a dog. He spit in my face and walked all over me. I had to start calling the police to come out and start getting him arrested, but I never pressed charges. I had been to jail before and I didn't think that was the answer. I was attending church and praying and believing God would change him, and he did. I just didn't know it would come to this and that it would be too late. I wouldn't say I liked the way my life was going. I was depressed and I was constantly losing myself daily. I watched every young girl in the city take off with my dreams and my ideas, but I had no one to believe in me. I started a transportation business. I had an LLC for a trucking business. I helped him build his credit, and I couldn't even get encouraged, and I even encouraged him to get his dealer license, but we never went anywhere with any of it because he had no faith in me or anything that I was doing. So it caused me to lose hope for the future, and I stopped fighting, and the fighting never stopped. I just highlighted in this book the worst situations I experienced that I could remember, but maybe this was only half of the abuse I had to endure. I wanted to stay in the shelter, but I never wanted my kids to go through being homeless and poor. God knew my heart, and he knew I was tired of living like that, so he sent help.
Talk to us a little bit about that. It was a lot there. You gave us a lot. Like,
yeah, Mother's Day was lit. I had a...
This was all one day?
Yeah.
Or just... Well, okay, so... So the Mother's Day part was funny because when they're hanging out the
Now,
window.
this was one summer.
Oh, that was
the
the summer.
2016 summer, but Mother's Day was the day I dragged him and they told me he was dead.
So was that like you remember Players Club when he was hanging in the window? Was
they was going around in the circle. It was like I snapped because we walked up. I was playing I'm playing with him about the money in his pocket or something. He pushed me off him so hard that I flew across the curb and I hurt my knee. And he thinking like he didn't really do nothing because like I only pushed you, but really I had tore my ACL and I couldn't really get up. So he thought I was playing. I limped in her car and got in the driver's seat and he tried to jump through the window. So I pulled off so fast he couldn't really get in, and the faster I went, he couldn't get in. So he was just hanging on. So I just remember turning the music up and hitting the gas. I dragged him 6 blocks. No, because for real, when I used to steal cars from people, I wouldn't pull off until I had a song. Like I was kind of fucked up, like Cleo was. I set it out.
You wait before your show.
I gotta play a song with you. I need a song. I love music, so like I ain't gonna lie, that's too funny, y'all. But I'm glad he was okay, cause baby, the way I hit the corner, woof. Went down the whole block, he was still hanging on the car, hit another corner, woof. And he still was hanging on, I cut the music up and I started going over the speed humps, doing like 60 up a side street. He, oh, you gonna kill me. You gonna kill me. So when we hit that second speed hump, he, oh, you gonna kill me. I said, I'm finna stop, I'm finna slow down before we get to this next speed hump, or I swear to God, you finna die out here tonight. He was like, Cherry, my shoes, my feet, please stop. He couldn't breathe, he was screaming. I said, I'm finna slow down, you better drop off this motherfucking car, or you finna die tonight. So I slowed down, he dropped off the car, he just laid in the middle of the streets, and I said, they come, his friends gonna call me Sunday church, he ain't make it. They putting the things on him, trying to bring him back. I'm like, what? I remember clearly finna drive to O'Hare and jump on whatever the first flight was up out of here.
Oh man.
I called my auntie, them crying, they met up with me. I was so hysterical, like, oh my God, I done killed them. They were like, whoa, I'm like, I need somebody help. Somebody give me kids, somebody.
Oh man.
But he lived though, wasn't nothing wrong with that fool.
So you that's a funny story. I like that. I mean, like, I know it's a crazy situation.
He made it though. He had nothing but a few scratches, so we could laugh about it. He should, but me personally though, I didn't have no stability in this knee. I had to get surgery. Like, when it rained, I can feel it. I don't got the mega knees no more. You know what I'm saying? They get a little stiff on me, but other than that, I can still feel it sometimes. It kind of make this knee weak because I'm always putting so much pressure on this one. Yeah.
So you say you used to with your joyriding, right? What was your favorite joyriding song?
Back then?
Yeah. What was your favorite song?
I'm so hood. Yeah, I got the things around my I love it Weezy. I get that money, that's my top commitment.
Okay.
That's talking y'all politicians. I'm talking, I'm playing what I'm saying, I'm stepping what I'm rapping. Half of the abuse I had to endure. I wanted to stay in the shelter, but I never wanted my kids to go through being homeless and poor. God knew my heart and he knew I was tired of living like that, so he sent help.
Talk to us a little bit about that. It was a lot there. You gave us a lot. Like,
yeah, Mother's Day was lit. I had a...
This was all one day?
Yeah.
Or just... Well, okay, so... so the Mother's Day part was funny because when they're hanging out the window...
This was one summer.
Oh, that was
the 2016 summer, but Mother's Day was the day I dragged him and they told me he was dead.
So, was that like... You remember Players Club when he was hanging in the window?
They was going around in the circle. It was like I snapped because we walked up. I was playing I'm playing with him about the money in his pocket or something. He pushed me off him so hard that I flew across the curb and I hurt my knee. And he thinking like he didn't really do nothing because like I only pushed you, but really I had tore my ACL and I couldn't really get up. So he thought I was playing. I limped in her car and got in the driver's seat and he tried to jump through the window. So I pulled off so fast he couldn't really get in, and the faster I went, he couldn't get in, so he was just hanging on. So I just remember turning the music up and hitting the gas. I dragged him 6 blocks. No, because for real, when I used to steal cars from people, I wouldn't pull off until I had a song. Like I was kind of fucked up, like Cleo
so
was. I set it off.
You wait before your show.
I gotta play a song, but you know I need a song. I love music, so like I ain't gonna lie, that's too funny, y'all. But I'm glad he was okay, cause baby, the way I hit the corner, woof, went down the whole block. He was still hanging on the car. Hit another corner, woof. And he still was hanging on. I cut the music up and I started going over the speed humps, doing like 60 up a side street. He, oh, you gonna kill me. You gonna kill me. So when we hit that second speed hump, he, oh, you gonna kill me. I said, I'm finna stop. I'm finna slow down before we get to this next speed hump where I swear to God, you finna die out here tonight. He was like, Cherry, my shoes, my feet, please stop. He couldn't breathe, he was screaming. I said, I'm finna slow down, you better drop off this motherfucking car. Or, you know, you finna die tonight. So I slowed down, he dropped off the car, and he just laid in the middle of the streets. And I said, they come, his friends gonna call me Sunday church, he ain't make it. They putting the things on him, trying to bring him back. I'm like, what? I remember clearly finna drive to O'Hare and jump on whatever the first flight was up out of here.
Oh, man.
I called my auntie, them crying, they met up with me. I was so hysterical, like, oh my God, I done killed them. They were like, whoa, I'm like, I need somebody to help, somebody get the kids, somebody.
Oh, man.
But he lived though, wasn't nothing wrong with that fool.
So, you that's a funny story. I like that. I mean, like, I know it's a crazy situation.
And he made it though. And he had nothing but a few scratches, so we could laugh about it. He made it. He should. But me personally though, I didn't have no stability in this knee. I had to get surgery. Like, when it rained, I can feel it. I don't got the mega knees no more. You know what I'm saying? They get a little stiff on me. But other than that, I can still feel it sometimes. It kind of make this knee weak because I'm always putting so much pressure on this one. Yeah.
So you say you used to with your joyriding, right? What was your favorite joyriding song?
Back then?
Yeah. What was your favorite song?
I'm so hood. Yeah, I got the things around my I love it Weezy. I get that money. That's my top commitment.
Okay.
That's talking y'all politicians. So I'm what I'm talking. I'm playing what I'm saying. I'm stepping what I'm rapping. I love it Weezy. I used to be off the Weezy. Real bad.
You talked what else?
Free Weezy, by the way, my brother. I miss him so bad. Yeah, my brother named Weezy.
Oh, yeah.
I miss him. Free him, by the way.
So you talked about something else in the last section. You said driving. What was another part? What else you said? What was the last part?
Like how he had made over 300,000 that summer. That was like one of the richest summers we ever seen together. And he was getting the money. He was leaving me every weekend. He started cheating on me. Like the whole marriage, I had never really caught him cheating. I would catch him talking to his baby mama and stuff like that in the call log, or I don't know what they had going on, but I would catch little stuff like that. But I had never really went through the cheating stuff. Ain't no woman came to me, because you know that's one thing I always feel like I can't go through, because I know who I am. So it's like, if you want to go mess with them, go be with them. Like, don't waste my time. My pride was too much to deal with a man. And then that's the reason why we got married, because I did everything we already done. You just slept with everybody you already want to sleep with. I slept with everybody I want to sleep with. We chose each other. So I felt like we stood for something for like, from 2012 to 2016. That was really probably my first time really seeing him really not come home and stuff like that. Like, if he was doing stuff, he was coming home. He never missed no nights. But this particular summer, he wasn't coming home and stuff. He'll come get all his money and walk out the door. I don't need you. And he $30,000 in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of money at that time. So that was kind of heartbreaking for me. Plus, with already having abandonment issues, you know what I'm saying? I think he fought me more that summer when he was cheating than any time, because I was going crazy because he was cheating, and then he was going crazy because he didn't want me to be mad because he cheated. You know, it's a manipulation game. People get mad at you because you mad. That's manipulation. Yeah, it's definitely an art. That's a form of manipulation for sure. So yeah.
We're trying to start your businesses and stuff like that. Like, you know, you said you was trying to do hair, transportation.
I was selling hair. I was actually one of the first young girls to start selling hair. And like when I first started selling hair, everybody was still wearing beauty supply store hair. You know what I'm saying? I had one of the OGs, shout out to Big Milo. She was a boss, you know what I'm saying? I had watched her be a boss all her life. She had some bundles, and she had sold me like 10 of them, and I got them off in a day. So I immediately started investing in that because I saw I had the skills, and I really blew up. I was making over $1,000 a day off him. You know what I'm saying? But he had a little girlfriend that had a little job or something, and she had said some stuff to me when me and was arguing, so I know it had to come from her that got in his head. That hair ain't nothing, you need to go get a job. And I'm like, wow, you know what I'm saying? You can't rent no space and get no money off renting no space. And like, he didn't believe in me, you know what I'm saying? What you hear is what you end up believing. If you constantly got somebody in your ear telling you ain't nothing, you ain't nothing, you ain't nothing, eventually you gonna start to believe that you're nothing, you know what I'm saying? Because faith come by hearing. And whatever words you are hearing, and that's eventually what you're gonna believe. So that's why it's important to watch who's speaking in your life, because you cannot let anybody speak into your life, because you will soon believe that. So if you don't have nobody that's around you that believe in you, gonna speak life into you, even if y'all mad at each other, like, it's certain things you shouldn't say out your mouth. And I learned that the hard way, because I used to be real traumatic with my mouth. I would tear you up with words, but I learned not to do that, because I know that anger will pass and the words will still be there, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes people project their fear and doubt off onto you because they fearful and they scared to go forward. So they gonna speak that off onto you, and then you look up, now you fearful because they done projected that energy. Energy is transferred. So I couldn't go nowhere with him. I started all those businesses. We had all that money. We had a trucking LLC. He sold the truck, didn't do nothing with the truck. Had a transportation van. He sold that, didn't believe in that. He talked down on me for selling the hair. I had started a cleaning business. I should have been a millionaire right now, because I got a millionaire mentality, you know what I'm saying? But it take a team to become a millionaire. You can't be a millionaire by yourself, you know what I'm saying? It take a team. So I didn't have that. Now I got the sense and no money, and at the time I had the money and no sense, because he was beating it all up out of me, you feel? Yes. So, but I know it's gonna come back, and this time it's gonna be mine. Ain't nobody gonna be able to take it from me. That's good. I'm gonna get it out the mud.
And I like hearing that you believe it. That's the right way. You're supposed to believe
it.
Because it's like you say, people project their self-doubt onto you when they don't go through things. And I learned that, like, when starting my pod is, like, I've been doing this 2 years now. A lot of people's like, man, you sure this is what you want to do? Like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm doing it. Like, this is what I want to do. Well, maybe you should do. Nah, like, this is what I'm gonna do. And like, but by me putting the time and the work in, like, I know I gotta keep believing in myself, and then my opportunities.
Yeah, because it's gonna be so much come against you to make you feel like you can't do it. But those are the times that make you stronger, you know what I'm saying? Them the times you're gonna really look back and appreciate the fact that you kept going, because stuff gonna come to try to make you not believe, to make you feel like it ain't possible. Just how they ran off of my money with this book, you know what I'm saying? Just with all the stuff, like the hero left me in the middle of me writing it, so I kind of lost hope during that time. Like, dang, maybe I really ain't that person they said I was, you know. So it's a lot of things come against you when you're trying to be walking your purpose and do what you are called to do, because you're gonna have to go through some stuff to get there. But you know what I'm saying? You would rather take the baby steps than the large leaps, because it's the journey, what you learn from, not the destination.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
The journey is the important part, because you're going to face adversity, and adversity is going to build your character. Because some people are going to face that adversity and they're going to fold and be like, all right, well, maybe I'm going to go do something else. But if you stick with it, once you go through that adversity, you're going to become better.
Disciplined, consistent, motivated, inspiring. You're going to be able to help somebody else get through their hard times. You know what I'm saying? You can't help nobody if you can't help yourself through it.
That's right.
So I feel like I'm going to be able to help my kids not go through the same thing I went through. I get them all the game I got every chance I get, you know, because I don't want them to have to go through what I went through. So sometimes I feel like they're too young for how much I be giving them. But I know that it might not click in now, it might click in later.
Because you get, it's like planting seeds almost.
For sure.
Like, yeah, I'm going to give you some of this right now. You might not get it, but later on, you know, like, nah,
because a lot of stuff I ain't understand until 3 years later. Stuff he was trying to teach me 3 years ago, I'm just now understanding it now. It's like the absence. When somebody remove their presence from you, you start realizing the importance of somebody in their life and what all they did for you. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you with somebody, you only focus on the bad, because the negative is so, we expand the negative, we don't focus on the good. You know what I'm saying? That's what anybody though. Like in life, like when you could have 1,000, like right now, I could have 1,000 good things going for me, but let me be in tour with the person that I'm saying, it'll make me feel down. And that's crazy because I would focus on that negative instead of all this other good stuff that I got going on. You feel me? So it's like, I don't know why we do that as people, and I'm working on it because I try to take every thought captive. When I hear the devil talking to me, I be like, no, not today, Satan, no. And I think that's the everyday thing that we all have to do. You have to keep talking to them negative voices, that subconscious mind that want to keep you stuck in that one place. No, that's not who I am. No, I don't care who I was yesterday. I could have been that person last night. I'm not her today. You know what I'm saying? So
1% better than you was the day before.
As long as you 1% better every day, and even if you fall out, get back up, dust yourself off, and try again. And it's like people gonna talk regardless. They gonna talk if you're doing bad. They gonna talk if you're doing good. They gonna talk, especially when you're trying to come out the box, because you doing something they don't understand. You're not on their level. So of course they gonna sit back and laugh and try to make you feel less than, because they don't want you to rise above them. So I think that's been one of my biggest challenges, is to close my ears and close my eyes and stay focused on what I'm doing. Don't worry about who not supporting me. Don't worry about who not there. Don't worry about who not cheering me on. And it hurt when it's the people you feel like you cheered them on. You would have did this for them, and you break your neck for them, and then you look up when it's your turn, everybody quiet. Like,
nobody got nothing. I should say now. Like, I was there for you, I feel like, and it's all, sometimes like I feel like when situations like that, it's always be the strangers that, you know,
that show you only God put the right people in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes everybody ain't meant to go. And that's why I'm learning how to let go. When people walk out my life, when people walk away from me, I be like, okay, they must want meant to go. You know what I'm saying? Maybe God got something better for me. Maybe God got something different for me. Maybe God got a different plan. Maybe God heard things in rooms that I wasn't in, that I didn't hear. You know what I'm saying?
He putting it in front of me, just getting
he's just removing these people. Let them go, let them go. And I had to learn how to detach. With me feeling so rejected all my life, the attachment is a thing for me. I attach myself to somebody real hard. Friends, family, niggas, whoever. If I fall in love, I would be so attached to this person, I won't want to let them go. And then if they leave, it's like, it used to break me. But now I'm so much in a better space that when people walk out my life, I be like, okay, you know, it might hurt for a minute, it might hurt for that, but I shake that shit off and I look up, something better will come. Something better will come. You know, I tell God what I want, and I look up a couple days later, I have it. Then I get it like, well, I left a few parts out, God. Let me be a little more specific this time. You know what I'm saying? Because you can ask for somebody that's doing this, somebody that's doing that, something, but then you forgot about this part, and you get somebody that's doing X, Y, Z, but they lacking over here in this area, and it's like, wait, hold on, run this back, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know what you want until you get what you don't want. So you got to go through the things that you don't want. You're not going to know what you want in a friend until you experience the things you don't want in a friend. You know what I'm saying? So that's been one of the biggest things that I've been learning on this journey, is how to let go.
That's hard. I like that.
Thank you.
Give me, so I asked this kind of early, but give me some advice, right? Not me, but give advice to.
You might need it to
right. But after I read the book, I'm gonna have hella more questions. So I'll probably be like, all right, we gotta do a part 2 of this.
We could, because I would love to come talk to you after you read it, because it'll give you a better insight.
Yeah, I definitely want to read it. I'm going to read it. I'm letting you know I'm gonna read it.
For sure.
You gonna give me this copy? I want to buy this copy.
Yeah, for sure, it's yours.
All right, bet. I have it, so I'm gonna read it. I need like a week. I like reading books.
That's cool.
I need like a
week and a half. Ready for me to come back? I'm gonna come back. You got all your questions ready. We can get real deep, because that's what I've been wanting to do, interviews with people that read the book. Yeah. Because then we could go a little deep, because you're gonna have a little frequent questions like, well, what this person was that, and why they do this, and who was the friend that did that. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to have a more thorough interview about what's going on in the gift of a curse.
A gift of a curse. Check done. I want y'all to make sure y'all tap in. I'm gonna put this closer so y'all can see this again. So, but before we slide, right, I want you to give the people advice, right? Somebody that's a young author that is coming up, give them some advice. This is
advice for everybody.
Okay.
No matter what you're trying to be.
All right.
I want you to close your eyes.
I know you said visualize what you want to be, who you want to be.
Write it down. Write the vision. Make it plain. Those that see it may run, because it will surely come to pass. Close your eyes and see it. What does the best version of yourself look like? The best version of myself will be on a Soldier Field stage, sold out, and the United Center was sold out dates. and the Staples Center sold out with cameras everywhere, lights everywhere, just like these, with me inspiring people all over the world to become a best version of themselves, working on personal development. So basically, that'll be me seeing my best self. I will write down, so then I gotta write down a plan or what I can do to come up with being this person. And once I come up with a plan, you gotta start executing it day by day. On Monday, I'm gonna send out emails. On Tuesday, I'm gonna work on my EPK. On Wednesday, I'm gonna work on my speech. On Thursday, I'm gonna pitch. On Friday, I'm gonna work on book sales. And you start making small steps every day to get to those goals. And you make weekly goals. Make some goals for yourself. Come up with a goal plan. Once you start checking off that list, it's gonna build your confidence. It's gonna inspire you. You're gonna be self-motivated. You're gonna start having hope. So I would say write it down, visualize it, see it, speak it out your mouth, believe that it's done, and start working on it little by little every day.
Okay. I like that.
Thank you.
I like that. That's hard.
Thank
Y'all heard that.
Yes.
Visualize it, write it down, create a plan, and execute.
Yes.
Execute.
And believe in yourself.
And believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
So, Charity, before we slide, tell the people where they can tap in with you, follow you, keep up with you, all that good stuff. Tell them where they can tap in.
So I can be reached at I Am Charity Dunn across YouTube, on Instagram I Am Charity Dunn, on TikTok I Am Charity Dunn. My last podcast just went viral, so you better get them clips right together. I am Charity Dunn on Facebook. It's just Charity Dunn on Facebook. My book, A Gift of a Curse, can be purchased either from me, the author, or if you're in another area and you want it to be shipped straight to you, you don't want to connect with me because you don't know me personally, that's fine. It's on Amazon, Walmart, Barnes & Noble, Target. I do have ebooks. They're on sale for $9.99 right now. If you just want to support, show some love, read it off your phone. I will have some audibles coming out soon, hopefully next week. I'm working on it right now. I got hardcovers, paperbacks, and if you Google A Gift of a Curse, it'll pop up everywhere.
Okay, man.
By Charity Dunn.
So before we slide, make sure y'all tap in, man. Like, share, follow, sub to the fucking page, man. And make sure y'all tap in. And don't forget, man, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a motherfucking friend. It's the lot. Season 2. Peace.
Bye.
I think Big G made this beat.